Look, there's obviously a lot of things that Jeff Sessions, as Attorney General, is going to have to do. But, I mean, aside from, ignoring all of the legal and ethical problems with the Trump administration.
That will take some not doing.
Right. And I think, look, as a guy, one of the first guys to come out and endorse Trump, I think he's definitely going to be up to that task. But the other important thing, and people are starting to pay attention to this a little bit more, when Republicans get in office, some of the first things they do is not like rush out and find like, we're finally going to get to implement this policy, that we have all these policy experts that's going to help improve the country. It's always they make sure that they line up a lot of policies and personnel to ensure that they win future elections. And so at a time where you have the Supreme Court having gut the Voting Rights Act, and some judges across the country, federal judges, rolling back some of the laws passed in the wake of that Voting Rights Act gutting, where you had a lot of these pre-clearance states being able to impose voting restrictions. Jeff Sessions comes in there, and he is an expert not only in ignoring laws that suppress the vote, but in targeting people who are trying to make it easier for people to vote. In his case, his specialty has been targeting African American people who are trying to vote.
I hate that term so much. African American.
Here is Jeff Sessions getting really indignant during his hearings in 1986, where he was prevented from becoming a federal judge. And I believe it was a Republican Senate under President Ronald Reagan. And they still were like, yeah.
Wow, Jeff, you really have set them off, haven't you?
Even
Should
this
be a
guy.
little bit of subtlety in your game.
Exactly. Here is that clip now.
The nomination of Jefferson Beauregard Sessions III has become embroiled in controversy over his alleged racial remarks and his prosecution of 3 blacks in an Alabama voting fraud case. In the 4th Senate Judiciary Committee hearing on his nomination, Sessions angrily fought back the allegations and defended his record.
I am not a racist. I am not insensitive to blacks. I have supported civil rights activity in my state. I have done my job with integrity, equality, and fairness for all.
Among committee members, tempers flew over the alleged racial statements and over the need to even continue the hearings.
It would be an absurd situation. The last thing that would happen, it would be like spitting in someone's face. Of course, it's a terrible allegation, but it's simply untrue.
We're going to have to take the only step which is appropriate to us, and that's object to the committee's continued hearing. We're not going to get whipsawed.
And in a heated exchange with Democrat Joseph Biden, Sessions denied calling the National Council of Churches and the NAACP un-American.
My opinion is they have not. They may have taken positions that I consider to be adverse to the security interest of the United States.
Does that make them un-American?
No, sir, it does not.
No, does that make the positions un-American?
No.
Sessions also refuted other key statements he is alleged to have made, including that he thought Ku Klux Klan members were okay until he learned some were marijuana smokers.
This assertion is ludicrous. I detest the Klan.
And he denied that he called a black attorney, Thomas Figures, boy.
I state categorically that I have never called Mr. Figures boy.
The Judiciary Committee will...
It's impossible for me to imagine him saying that.
I hate the Klan, and I love that sweet Mary Jane.
Ah.
You ever toke up and ask yourself, is what we're doing now dreaming, and when we is dreaming, it's real life?
It's possible.
Put your hand in my pipe, boy. Excuse me.
It's possible I said, boy, am I high? I may have said, boy, I'm high, but I was just saying,
Literally, like
general,
my friend.
boy, like everybody, wake up, I'm high.
Now, it may threaten the national security of the United States if the Negroid is in the voting booth, but that don't mean they anti-American. Wait, did I just say that out loud? Well, there goes the hearing.
Whoopsie doopsie.
When they try to rise
we're gonna
above
get-
their proper
there-
station in life.
The story is more extreme than we have, than we've heard. And Ari Berman is going to join us in just a moment to talk about that. Hey, it's Sam Seder. Why don't you subscribe to this channel? You can do so right over here. Over. Subscribe.